I don't know who owns that house, but I understand their decision in life. Caller ID isn't enough for me. I need to know why you're calling. I would pay an extra $6.99 a month for caller justification. Introverted, here's how to be more social. Just once, I would like to see an article like, extroverted, here's some tips on how to be quiet and reflective. My new business cards have just arrived. Please do not contact me. What can you fit in these? My social life. Is this too much to ask for? If you don't have any friends, you're not an introvert. You're a problem. If you think being an extrovert gives you the right to bash introverts for not having friends, then you are not an extrovert. You are an astrovert. Never in my life have I wanted to steal a sign more than I do right now. Today, I have consumed 44 Tic Tacs. They taste better when you share them with friends. I don't have friends. This is a nightmare. I would rather be put in luggage hold than have to sit like this on a plane. Story of my life. Me around new people. Me when I'm comfortable with someone. Introverts are like a slow website. They might be the coolest site, but usually people don't wait that long for them to open. Extroverts are like pop-ups. My favorite hobby is tagging complete strangers in relatable content. Lol, this is so us. I don't even know you. Introverts don't get ready for a party. They gather strength for a party. This is 100% true. This tweet sounds as though introverts consume the souls of others before they engage in social events. This is also 100% true. Antisocial woman pretends to be blind for 28 years so she wouldn't have to greet people. Sorry, my mom said I can't go. Maybe next time. Introverts as a party starter pack. Baby pangolins always look like they nervously have something to ask you about. Me expecting to meet the love of my life naturally, but I don't post pictures, have one friend, and hate leaving the house. I was telling my friend a story the other day, and it must have taken too long because he quietly took out his wallet and handed me this. He literally carries like 50 of them at all times. People who sleep with their phone on silent or do not disturb really do not care about nobody's life. Look, if you decide to have a problem after midnight, that's between you and God. The weirdest thing about living alone is how many hours you can go without speaking a single word. Bold of you to assume that I don't talk to myself when you see someone running for the elevator, but you press the close button anyway. How do people stay in the house all day? All my stuff is there, and I don't like people. This is where my best friend and I will live, because we hate everyone. They should make an app for people with anxiety or depression that will have extroverts make phone calls and appointments for them. What I do at parties. Talk, eat, think about whether it's okay to leave yet. Now type, I died, and let your predictive keyboard write your app of leather. I died, and no one cared. Yikes. I died, and my heart hurt, and my pain is gone. Wait, I'm gonna try this. I died, and I was in the hospital for 2 days, and I was so sick. You weren't a well-behaved child. You had anxiety and were terrified of conflict. The anxious urge to say no worries either way, when you were actually worrying both ways, plus a secret third way. Me. If you need me, call me. Also me. We need a feature to mute everything except calls from certain people. Trying to get 8 hours of sleep in 5. Aggressive sleeping. When two introverts meet and ironically act like extroverts together. Maturity is losing interest in everything. That's depression, bro. I can't wait for my day off. Me, on my day off. You know who really stresses me out? Me. It's me. I stress me out. I know this is meant for a dog, but same. My personality. I am very shy, but I am very food motivated, so I am just a few treats away from being your new best friend. What is one thing that became more clear as you got older? Why the Grinch wanted to live alone with his dog. What is it called when you're introverted, but have taken on numerous leadership and outgoing roles in your life? Invirtuous. I'm here to help, but I would rather not be. Men lost at sea for 29 days say it was a nice break from reality. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? How clearly and concisely you can articulate your thoughts. When speaking, in writing, when anyone asks for my favorite weather, this, I crave this. Migraine, hypertension, stress, a chatty extrovert. How to care for your introvert friend. Interact, return. People always tell introverts to be more talkative and leave their comfort zones. Yet no one tells extroverts to shut up to make the zone comfortable. No, he's got a point. When I say, I'll let you know. In conclusion, I ain't coming. Rule number for happiness. Ignore your problems, just the way you ignored these numbers. I'm going to a party. Do you have any good conversation stoppers? Don't you mean starters? No, stoppers. Definitely stoppers. Introverts begin to feel happier when they push themselves to be more social for an extended period of time, according to researchers from this place. Which one of us lied to the researchers? This is not a response. Yes it is. Best and easiest way to end a conversation to, I thought I replied, is the biggest lie. Nah, sometimes I reply in my head, and I end up waiting for a text back, thinking I actually replied. As an introvert, the best thing is finding someone who isn't draining to spend time with. It's interesting trying to explain to people who don't experience social exhaustion that there are some people who are less draining than others, and then there are those who are mind-numbingly exhausting. All socializing is not equal. Where are my introverts at? Home. What do you want to do when you grow grow up. Enya lives alone in a castle with her cats and her £91 million fortune. What do you do during small talk? Nod and smile. Plot your escape. Was it a bad day? Or was it a bad 5 minutes that you milked all day? I didn't need such a personal attack. If you are good at something, never do it for free. How to sell anxiety. Anyone else permanently going through like a lot lately? I wish I could snort a line of stable mental health. I just saw a guy in the library cry for 5 or 6 minutes and then his phone alarm went off and he just stopped crying and went right back to work. It's called time management, Jessica. My anxiety has a loophole that if somebody else is equally or more uncomfortable, I develop the sudden ability to do the thing. I can't go and ask for more ketchup for myself, but if my friend wants ketchup, I'm out of my seat in a second when you're done with humans. Eating alone in a public restaurant is another whole level of loneliness. Eating alone in a public restaurant is another whole level of new confidence. Single introverts be like, if it's meant to be, my future love will simply teleport into my living room when introverts throw a party. Please leave by 9. Me, not being able to relax all morning because I have a minor commitment later the afternoon. I don't like people. I spend some time alone. I don't like being alone. I spend some time with people. The perfect shirt doesn't exist. Introverted but willing to discuss cats. What people my age do, and then there's me. When I'm home versus when I'm out. How's life? Yeah, everything's on track, thanks. The track. Sometimes all a person needs is that one missing piece. A house in the middle of nowhere, far away from other people. Me when someone is looking at me while I'm doing something. How to torture a room full of introverts. Let's go around the circle and introduce ourselves. You can also share one positive and one negative thing that happened to you this week. Hiker lost for 24 hours. Ignored calls from rescuers because of unknown number. Please just text me. Me, a people-pleasing introvert. Confusing the hell out of everyone by never instigating a conversation, but being incredibly engaging and bubbly for a few short minutes when approached by others. My confidence level. Chat. Cool. Video cool. Real meet. Women. Did you really think just awkwardly staring at me from across the bar for 2 hours was going to make me say hello to you? Socially awkward people. Kinda. How anti-socials shoot their shot. He's pretty cute. I'll just wait for him. Don't want to get shot down. Well, that's his loss. When you're hanging out with friends and your social battery runs out. This actually happens. Like the moment you realize you're out with people and you don't want to be there anymore. Me when I don't talk. Wait, am I boring? Me when I talk. Wait, am I annoying? Everything I need, all in one aisle. Cat food, cat toys, wine, meals for one. Introverts. Psyching myself up for the meeting. Recovering from the meeting. Halloween costume for introverts. Yeah, this is a fire costume. Introverts when 2 people are talking to them at once. My new business cards have just arrived. Please do not contact me. My brain literally stops working when this happens. Is it hard for you to just ask for some help? My final touches to my house to make it a home. Leave. There is a fellow introvert on the Sephora customer experience team who deserves a raise right now. I would like to be assisted. I would like to shop on my own. When you stay silent through the whole Zoom meeting, but you say, thanks everyone, at the end to make it seem like you contributed. What are you doing? Just chilling? Incoming video call. In elementary school, when we would have to read out loud to the class from the textbook, I would literally count the kids in front of me and figure out what section I was reading, so I could practice it before it got to my turn. And I think that's where my anxiety started. Introvert problems. Wanting to be invited, but not wanting to go anywhere. Being lonely at home, but not wanting anyone in your space, unless you really like them. And even if you do really like them, you want them to go home soon. Introverts explaining why they don't like being around people. Look, I'm not the one with the problem, okay? It's the world that seems to have a problem with me. How to get through tough times. 1. Gaslight yourself. Tell yourself that it's making you stronger and the universe is just testing you. I don't know what he's going through, but I feel him. My husband bought our cat his own couch, and he just sits there and judges everyone now. Here I come, world. Me getting out of bed at 8 p.m. after an accidental 6-hour nap. Tell me about yourself. Me trying to remember who I am and what I like. Some people don't understand that sitting alone in your house, in peace, eating snacks and minding your business is priceless. Dude, I just had the best panic attack. When people talk behind my back. When people talk. People. Would you rather have $30 million or 30 million loyal friends? What am I going to do with 30 million friends? Using self-checkout lane, so I don't have to interact with anyone. Scans first item. Register. Please wait for assistance. My trust issues are so bad, I don't even trust these. Andrew, 24. I always keep a loaded gun on my nightstand in the event of an intruder, so I can shoot myself to avoid meeting new people. That's social interaction, and I don't support it. Do you have any hobbies? Introverts. I hope the guy who just cut me off in traffic has his favorite book made into a movie, and the characters are nothing like he imagined them. Tell me about your paranormal experiences. I've been ghosted by multiple women. Please do not break down. Trust me, I'm trying. Mood. The second position hits differently. I refuse to apologize for being weird or off-putting. Actually, that's your problem. I'm having a fantastic time. If you're you're one of those public speakers that say, "Good morning." Oh, come on, we can do better than that. Come on. I automatically do not like you from that moment on. I misclicked on one of my 150 open tabs, and it happened to be a tab that has been opened since 2019 with a paper that has a solution to the exact research problem I've been puzzling over today. This is the moment I've been waiting for, and I've decided to never close any of my tabs again. Do you all introverts ever open a text and think, I will reply when I have the energy, and then it's been 3 weeks and you have to live with the guilt of being a horrible friend, that stupid walk you do when someone's mopping a floor and you know you're going to walk over it, but you want them to see how sorry you are to be walking over it, so you make yourself look like you're walking over hot lava. Are you okay? No, I overshared at the social gathering. Shout out the person at a social event who's the first to say they're going home and breaks the seal for the rest of us guests to be like, guess we'll head out then too. Feeling lonely, wanting to be alone. Introverts, extroverts. I gotta get one of those. I don't get it. Extroverts tend to adopt introverts and make us battle against other introverts. Like Pokemon. The fuck? You guys are weird as fuck. Introvert costume. You don't need one. You're staying home alone. 2 introverts on their first date. I don't know how to do this. I don't even know what we're doing. Introverts getting prepared to make a phone call. Friend, wanna hang out tomorrow? Me. I actually performed an activity yesterday. Please wait the 3-day recovery period to submit another inquiry. Explaining your life to that friend you talk to once every 2 months. Things I tell my family versus things I tell my friends versus things I tell to strangers on the internet. Introverts convention. Busy on phone, busy eating, sitting beside each other but barely even talking. Artist drawing in the corner, only interacting with cats and dogs, laying on the floor thinking about life and other existential stuff. What confuses me is how some people take 40 minutes to shower. What are you doing in there? Are you okay? Camping trip? I just spent 40 minutes in the shower, thinking why is there a thing called a grapefruit when there is a fruit called a grape? What I learned from group projects, the information, how to work with people, how to do the entire projects on my own, how much I hate people, me, asking for help, trying to do everything on my own, then having a breakdown. When you're in a room with 2 extroverts and one of them leaves, how introverts make friends. They don't. An extrovert found them, liked them, and adopted them. Introvert versus extrovert. I suck at keeping in touch, but I like you. To everyone, you know who you are. Ooh yeah. Current world population, 769. Nice. Probably the greatest thing I ever drew when I was 12. That bean doesn't even have a face, but it looks so done with that other bean stuff. That feeling when you're smart enough to know how awkward you are, but not smart enough to know how to not be awkward. You ever want to try a new art thing, but you're like, no practice, only good. No, the world would be bleak without DoorDash drivers. Hey, they all out of lasagna. The shit Garfield ate. Never assume in life. Don't think that carrot big because carrot big leaf because small leaf carrot big not leaf big size. How do you take your coffee? People who only drink one think they have a PhD in maturity. Just remembered I exist outside of my own perception, and people can see me and form an opinion about me when someone gives me a 2-step instruction. Sorry for the inconvenience, but right now we is out of our introvert versus extrovert. When you wake up before your friend at their house. Yeah, this is why I hated sleepovers. It's like you wake up, you're hungry, you've got a stomach ache, you just feel like shit, and you want to go home. When an introvert's social battery runs out of juice. Why do people have quiet, respectful funerals? When I die, I want my ashes mixed with glitter and packed tightly into a coffin, and then they explode up the coffin with explosions. So glitter rains down on the guests while blasting Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy. Jesus God Almighty. I bought a nap hole in my closet, which is great and has no downside until someone comes into my room looking for me, and I have to crawl out of my closet, which is frankly impossible to do, with dignity and without looking like a sleepy golem hissing. What does it want? Who wakes us up? I see no downsides to this. I would like a step-by-step instructions for how to make a nap hole, please and thank you. Where will you be traveling to this Christmas? Get your shit together is an illusion. It's not real and will never happen in the way you think. Some days you will be more together than others, but it's not something that is ever 100% completed. It's a constant work in progress. I boiled a big pot of water to pour into my foul-smelling trash can, but got distracted, forgot why I was boiling water, and accidentally made pasta instead. Jane is a genius. Unsociable people. Simply pop your coat on before answering your front door. If it's someone you don't want to see, you can say you are on your way out. In the unlikely event it's someone you do not want to see, you can simply just say you've arrived home. Or, even better, you just don't open the door. I can only be contacted by telephone call. I can only be contacted by text message. Explain why you cannot be contacted by telephone call. I don't like it. My heart. Walking. Being told it's your time to order when you haven't rehearsed 15 times in your head. That's why I like to play a little game of don't check the menu. First day in hell. Hostess. Welcome to hell. Please take a seat. Waiter. Pouring wine. Your steak will be out shortly, sir. Me. Wow, this isn't too bad. head. Group of waiters approaching in distance. Happy birth. Being an introvert is like being Robert Downey Jr. in your head. And Castiel in real life. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Why did they let a 2-inch mouse join their soccer team? How could he be beneficial in any way whatsoever? Affordable ways to practice self-care. 1. Abandon society. Why go to work when you can become friends with a raccoon? As a person who has to be very careful with where I expend my social energy so I don't burn myself out, I sometimes wish there was a way to gently nudge my friends to let them know I'm thinking of them, but not actually start a conversation. Me hiding in my house recharging my introvert batteries. After consecutive days of social interactions, I need like 4 rest days. When I see a dog, I say, hello dog. When I see a cat, I say, hello cat. When I see a cow, I say, hello cow. When I see a chicken, I say, hello chicken. When I see a human, I quickly avoid eye contact and hope they don't talk to me. Introverts are not shy. They observe your actions, your expressions, your tone, and the meaning behind the meaning of your words. Yeah, they may seem shy on the outside, but believe me, they're running a psychological marathon in their heads. Yes, and it's unhealthy. Reasons I don't like starting conversations first. I feel annoying. I feel like you might not want to talk. I feel unwanted when you don't reply. It normally turns awkward and fades out. However, if you talk to me first and make attempts to keep the conversation going, you are a holy being in my mind. Nah, I don't mind starting conversations. Just don't overthink it, which is obviously easier said than done. Honesty is always better than ghosting. We all need more of this. Hey, I had a lot of fun last night. Would love to see you again sometime. Hey, thanks for the drinks last night. I had fun too, but I don't really see this going anywhere. Just wanted to be upfront. Hey, thanks for the honesty. I hope you find what you're looking for. Yeah, it was just super weird how much you kept bringing up conspiracy theories about VeggieTales. You know that's like a children's cartoon movie? All your most annoying Facebook friends have shared this with the caption, wow, really makes you think. Photographer removes our smartphones to show our strange and lonely new world. Yeah, I don't use Facebook. Do you use Facebook? What social media app do you guys use the most? Other than YouTube. I'm gonna guess it'll be TikTok. If for you and it house and was and bruh. Why do people write this? Do people write this to lower the IQ of the general population?